Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Blunt Talk episode. I am Krystle, one of your hosts, and I am, of course, accompanied with my co-host, the passionate Red.
Hi. Sorry, I was drinking.
And no, it's fine. As every episode of Blunt Talk should be, you know, started or accompanied by
Me drinking?
everyone drinking. So. And we are accompanied with another guest today, Lukas, otherwise known as Illuminate the Dark on Twitter.
Hello.
And for those who may not know, which honestly by now I don't know how you don't know, Lukas and I are actually together. We are in a relationship and we live together. And if you're wondering why we are on separate accounts for the stream, it's because, well, for some reason my desktop has started to echo, and well, Lukas and I would have to be uncomfortably close for us to be wearing the same pair of headphones.
Yes. Who wants to do that?
Yeah, not me. Ew, get away from me, cooties.
Don't make it weird, you guys. Jeez.
And so today we will be discussing all of our weird and fun interests, likes, and dislikes.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Whee!
So you guys can get to know us better, and perhaps we can see where we have the same likes or dislikes as our viewers. So, who would like to go first? Should Lukas go?
Lucas.
Yeah,
What? Why me?
because you're the guest.
Okay. Random things, the likes, dislikes, thoughts, feelings.
No
daydreams.
feelings, Lucas. Control yourself.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Unguided? Where do I start?
Dude,
Wherever you want.
what do you have multiple books of, dude?
Oh. Ew.
I don't know.
What?
Just go. I don't know.
I have multiple books of historical Chinese significance. I
Huh.
am fascinated with the Chinese culture, more specifically ancient Chinese culture.
Yes.
And
China is asshole. I'm sorry. I had to. You set it up perfect, Lucas.
I did. But like there's a lot of interesting things. One of the main things that I don't know why it started my fascination, but I was actually looking at like it interested me for some reason, sorry. But like I was thinking about biblical history and like the flood of Noah's Ark, and I was, doing that typical pondering of, the case of what's the actual timing that all these stuff took place, like what year and stuff, because I noticed that around the same time that a lot of people would have theoretically put that date of the great flood that flooded the earth, there are myths that came out of China where like all of China, and I mean all of China except for the capital city, was flooded. There was this gigantic flood, and this guy came out of nowhere and introduced an irrigation system, and it stopped this biblical flood that almost destroyed China. And that would have been at around like 4,000 to 3,500 BC is when this whole myth is supposed to take place.
Huh.
So you were trying to compare it to like the Bible, the flood in the Bible.
Yeah, because it's just something that interested me, and then I go, this place is really, and for some reason it just increased my fascination in China, because I'm like, well, what what's the timing for all these super ancient cultures compared to what I know, which is in the Bible and stuff like that?
Well,
And so
I
I
think a lot of different sorry to cut you off. A lot of different religions kind of have almost the same type of stories, just done a little bit differently. I think every type of religion has that, so I wouldn't think it'd be any different.
yeah, exactly. But it just made my fascination deepen a lot more. So now I have stuff like I have the seven great military classics of ancient China. I have I have Romance of the
Oh
Three
no,
Kingdoms. What?
keep going.
Oh, we lost Red.
Yeah, she'll join back.
Um, I have the Tao Te Ching, which is basically the Bible for Taoism. Um, and I am collecting the Journey to the West novels right now. So I do have a lot of Chinese books.
Awesome. Welcome back.
Thanks, I hit the wrong button.
It happens.
Shut up, Lucas.
Fine.
So, yeah. And this is also part of why you're an awful Chilean, because it seems you're more fascinated with other, but which isn't bad. I just have to, tease you about it.
Everybody in my family is like, you should learn Spanish, but I want to learn Chinese. Wrong area.
Dude, I know. I at this point know more Spanish than you, and I'm Polish.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
You're like
yeah,
the whitest chick ever.
yeah, yeah. But Red, would you like to go next?
um, okay, well, being we were doing the whole like and dislike thing, I figured I tried to because a lot of my personality comes out, so a lot of these things are going to be easy to guess that I would like. So
Mm-hmm.
what I tried to do, I tried to think of some of the things that I like that people would be like, "What the fuck?" and and one of the ones I came up with was hugs. Like I am the human personification of Olaf. I love hugs. I love to hug my friends. I hug them when I greet them. I hug them when I say goodbye. I like hugs. It's probably weird to some people, but I treat my friends and those very close to me extremely well. So there's a weird thing, maybe. I don't know.
I can't blame you. I love hugs too.
You're Olaf too.
Yeah.
there's
um.
there's not much to go off of for mine. So I can't really expand on my love of hugs. So I apologize for leading with that one.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'll, cause I don't really have Well, I guess the one is a bit bigger, but I guess I do kind of like two mini ones since I don't really have any off the top of my head that are like require a lot of depth. One, I or I guess it would be. So to tie back to what Lucas shared, I will say that a because I still have to look more into like the actual religion or philosophy of it, but the idea and concept of yin and yang has always fascinated me, and that's something that I find a lot of interest in, and also something that I personally do believe in, that there is this sort, because I think we've had a conversation before where you know or maybe it was you or someone else, you can't really have good without the bad, and vice versa. So,
If you're
and
talking about me, we had that conversation.
yeah, so yin
I
and
mean,
yang
who else would she be talking about?
is
Not
but
you. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
not me.
but yeah, that's something that's always fascinated me, which is yin and yang, and the concept of needing good and evil for balance, and it's why I've it's partially why I've always gotten so frustrated at this at the fact that so many people seem to think that we can uh have a utopia or achieve a utopia, at least on Earth. And
Not going to happen.
I'm just over here like, do you guys not know how the universe works? Like that's not how this shit works, okay? Like there's not gonna be no. But so that's my first thing is I find yin and yang very fascinating. And for a while there I wouldn't shut up about it, but it's been a while since I even thought or discussed it. But there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think since we did one of the things we like or are fascinated by, I think it only makes sense for the next one to be something we dislike or don't care for.
Yeah.
Hey, Lucas! Lucas gets to go
Hi.
now. Yay! Hi!
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lucas. What do you hate?
What do I hate?
Hate or dislike, or just don't care for.
Ooh, what do I hate? See, now this is weird because I've literally tried to minimize things that I hate in my life. So I'm like trying to think, what do I absolutely hate?
It's true. I've had how many occasions where I'm like pissed off of something and I'm like ranting and raving to him and he's just like, okay, yeah, it's dumb. And I'm like, why aren't you angry?
I think it's a man thing. I think men tend to be more, whatever. Doesn't matter. Women are more like, why the hell aren't you pissed off? I am.
Well, I guess I'll start off easy. One thing that I hate the sound of brooms, any kind of broom, but especially steel brush brooms on concrete. I can't stand it. It makes my skin crawl.
You're so fucking weird.
I hate it.
What a
Every
weird
time.
thing to hate.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's true. It makes my skin crawl. Like my skin is leaving my body every time I hear it.
Crystal, he's so mad.
What? See,
you didn't expect it.
But what it makes it funnier is that like I'm trying to like imagine what that would sound like, and I'm just over here like, I don't know. That's not that bad of a sound. I don't mind it.
Like, what a weird thing to pick that you hate. This is where Lucas draws the line. Like, what the hell?
It's like
poor Lucas is like, is this why I came on this damn show?
Essentially, yes.
You know what? At least now I know what I need to do if I really want to get that angry reaction out of you. Like, Lucas, why aren't you mad? I just not. Okay, well, will you be mad if I do this? Yeah. Go ahead, Red.
I'm sorry. That's just funny.
But that's how you get on the 11 o'clock news, Crystal. I'm just saying.
Be quiet. There's evidence now, Lucas. What the fuck?
Uh-oh. Whoops.
Delete. Okay. Crystal's gonna hate me probably for this. I positively detest girly clothes. Like a lot of I understand you want to look nice, you want to dress up nice, but with us women always tend to do it at the worst possible times for the dumbest shit. Like if you're gonna go drinking with your friend, I think it'd be a really good idea, you guys, if I put on 6-inch stiletto heels and I get fucking wasted and not be able to walk. I don't know. It's just a personal preference of mine. I don't really feel comfortable getting all dressed up.
I mean, I fucking hate stilettos too, so you're not losing me with that.
Okay. But I go a step further. I hate dresses. I hate skirts. They make me highly uncomfortable. It doesn't really necessarily make me more feel more feminine, I will wear them,
Yeah.
but I don't like to. If I can avoid it, I will at all costs.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like them more than I used to, but I feel like okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I feel a little too naked wearing a skirt or a dress. Like
Yes.
I feel too open. Like, ooh, I
Oh.
don't like this. I feel vulnerable. And hello to Juan in the chat. But yeah, no,
One.
I feel too vulnerable. So I get that. I mean, I still dress up, but I get that.
Gross.
I know. I'm so weird.
It's fine. I'd wear jeans to a fucking wedding if I could. If it'd be socially acceptable. So probably it wouldn't be a good idea, Crystal, as we were discussing before, to make me your maid of honor. Show up in a pantsuit.
What's
Be,
up?
it might be easier if I was Lucas's best man.
Yeah,
Wear tux.
I think you could be Lucas's best man if you wanted, but
Lucas is like, what is happening?
What is happening?
it's called I'm buying time so I can figure out what my first dislike is.
Crystal's so nice. She said, I find it hard to believe she hates anything.
Okay, I think
I have something.
I have. Okay, see, I do have something, but now I'm curious what your thing is for me. So,
Richard Armitage
oh
What a
fuck
in
you!
Ocean's 8.
Oh fuck you! You are in the doghouse.
I don't even know who that is. Why don't you like him? Why are you so angry?
No, I like the actor. I hate the fucking movie. Ocean's 8, you know, the all female reboots
That's
of the Ocean's
stupid.
8.
Why?
Yeah. Anyway, we don't talk about that shit, Lucas, on this show, so you better watch your fucking mouth. And I'm gonna say my actual dislike.
She dislikes it, Red. She hates it.
Whoa! I have never heard you so angry.
So my
You know, children are dying, but fuck that movie. Fucking what the hell?
you know what? If that movie didn't exist, maybe children wouldn't be fucking starving because money would go to them instead of making that.
Jesus.
Anyway, the actual one I was going to say before Lucas derailed the show.
Sorry, it's what I do.
Juan, she's really mad.
So I'm gonna go with a trope, which is basically, if you guys don't know what a trope is, it's basically something you frequently see in like movies or books or whatnot. A common I don't want to say plot device, but a common thing you see them. I hate the trope of characters dealing with something and then finding out the big twist is this is all done by a secret government organization and you just never knew. And I hate that. I feel like it is so cheap and I hate it so much. And so many things that I love have done that trope, and it makes me really torn between still liking it and also wanting to just want to throw it in the trash.
Wow.
Well, okay, not literally, because I still like them more than that trope, but it just is a very annoying trope. Like, for example, a book series I really loved in middle school, high school, which spoilers, it's dystopian and it's called Divergent, and it's basically set up where it's like the world or the city is broken down into factions based off of like these people are selfless, so they'll go here. Like these people are like dauntless, so they'll go there. And it's like the when you first read the series, it's introduced like, oh, so this is just how the world is set up, and then we'll focus on this one city. And then in the third book, you learn, oh no, this was just a whole government experiment to see if this was how we could set up civilization. And it's long story short, I did not finish that third book. But that's my thing.
That may be weirder than Lucas's.
I mean, that's fair, but so many shows have done it though. Like Grimm has done it, Supernatural has done it.
Don't you ever badmouth Supernatural again. Ever.
Supernatural is the best show ever. Lucas, your turn.
My turn for what? Likes or dislikes?
Wherever you want. Likes.
Because we did likes, then we did dislikes. Now it makes sense to be on likes again.
Then do likes. It's
Lucas.
up to you.
Or
Whichever
something
one
like
you
that.
want to do, I will do the same one you're doing. So if you want to do likes, since we did likes and then dislikes, that's fine. If you want to do dislikes twice, I am totally on board with that. I think my dislike thing is a lot more than my likes.
Well, since we brought it up, I'll just bring it up now just to get it out of the way. It's like, I have a weird, well, I wouldn't say liking, but a weird respect for Charles Manson. And now he's
God.
absolutely insane, and he did awful things. But I saw an interview with him in prison like 20, 30 years after the fact, and I'm like, this guy's a genius. I like some of his opinions. Of course, he's also Charles Manson, and but
You don't need to explain yourself to anyone, Lucas.
Yes, he had great opinions on current events. Okay, I'm done.
Are you sure?
What the fuck?
No, but bring on the hate.
I am see, Lucas, this is where you're lucky we're not more popular. Because if we were, I could see people taking this clip and just like putting it all over Twitter. I'm like, this dude loves Charles Manson, and all you hear is a clip of Lucas saying, I have a weird respect for Charles Manson, and that's all that people hear. And
that is a great quote. I have a newfound respect for Charles Manson. Quote that shit.
So just to be safe,
Why?
We here at the Blunt Talk, it's a podcast. Do not condone. I don't give a shit. Let's go. I was gonna fake
We here at Fighting the Void and Blood Talk do not endorse or condone anything that Charles Manson has ever done in his career.
Jesus.
Red, your turn.
Oh, okay. Well, so Lucas feels a little better. Maybe it's a good time to bring this up. I think Ted Bundy's hot, or was hot. I have. You can quote it. I don't give a shit.
Not currently hot. I think he's dead. That would be really weird.
I mean, he'd probably still be hot as a corpse. I don't know. Moving on. No, while he was a very studly male specimen, whatever you want to say, I have a weird fascination with serial killers. It's weird. Bundy, BTK, Ed Gein, I love it. I love it all. I like to research it. I like to find out about their past. I like to look at hey, was it the violent pornography that fucked with your head? Was it the fact that your father was an alcoholic? Was it the fact your mother was a fucking bitch or a whore? Like, what was it? What did it for you? Like, what finally flipped that switch to make you, I don't know, Ed Gein? Are you familiar with Ed Gein?
Somewhat.
Yes.
He used to dig up people's graves, right? And he didn't fuck them. I mean, as far as I know, he didn't fuck corpses. I think that was Ted Bundy's thing.
Oh God.
But he's still hot. I don't care. Don't apologize for me, Krystle. I don't want you to. I said what I meant. But like, he used to dig up dead people's graves, and like he would save body parts. I think he had a box of like vulvas, like 7 of them or some shit. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, him.
But did you know that his mother actually used to read him Bible verses that specifically dealt with death? At a very young age, she used to tell him that women, essentially all women, were whores, and they were very promiscuous and this and that. And it just fascinates me. Like, what'd you do this shit for? Like, what was your problem? Was it your mom? Were you trying to like, I don't know, crawl inside your mom? Like, is that why we're digging up dead bodies? Like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Bundy was a fascinating case. Because, like, I don't know if you are even aware of this. He used to be one of the people that would handle suicide calls, and he actually saved a lot of people's lives. He actually saved also a 3-year-old kid from drowning.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can you, like, okay, cool, you killed like a bunch of women because they look like the woman that dumped you. Essentially, like, is this like I don't know. I just find it fascinating. And one more thing before I end, Tim Buddy with God. There you
go. All righty.
And on that note,
I already sent out a tweet, so you can't shame me, just so you know. You cannot shame me because I already said it in a tweet.
We have Fighting the Void and Blunt Talk do not endorse the actions of Charles Manson, Ted Bundy, or Ed Gainey. And
you forgot BTK.
And BTK. Or any serial killer for that matter. And we
Wait,
do
the
not
Burger
endorse...
King was a serial killer?
What? Wait, what?
The BK. Oh, wait. I was like, wait, the Burger King was a serial killer?
No! Find, torture, kill, man.
Oh, right,
he used to taunt the cops. I actually read the book. He taunted the cops with like all this fucking like, hey, I did this and blah, blah, blah. I am so fucking smart. You're never going to catch me. If you never did that, you never would have got caught. Like, that's fascinating.
Likes or dislikes?
That's fascinating. What'd you do that for? Why'd you just shut the fuck up?
We here Fighting the Void and Blunt Talk.
Stop it.
So, to keep us spiraling down this rabbit hole, I too find serial killers fascinating, but let me go deeper into this.
See?
Just so I differentiate it from Red somewhat.
Everyone here at Fighting the Void finds serial killers very fascinating. Sorry. Poor Ginger.
But I agree with Red, just so I can differentiate, because I too, the main reason why I'm fascinated with serial killers is because it's the psychology of it.
Mm-hmm.
But to take it even further, I'm especially intrigued in the idea and concept and the research into studying sociopaths and psychopaths.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also part of why, you know what, a little dabble into the dislike. I am very much annoyed whenever people use sociopath and psychopath interchangeably. Because the main difference between because they're really close to being identical, but the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath is that sociopaths are pretty much made while psychopaths are born. And psychopaths, you know, even though both don't really feel normal human emotion, psychopaths tend to be more willing to go further than the other, which is why with psychopaths, one of the things that is I don't know if you say symptom, but a possible sign of someone being a potential psychopath when they get older, that a someone who's a sociopath doesn't, is when their children, a psychopath will have a track record of harming animals or other life forms as a child, while sociopaths don't have the same tendencies.
Can I
Uh,
step in here for a second since you
Go
brought that
ahead.
up? I want to give a story.
Go ahead.
I used to, and when you brought up psychopaths versus sociopaths, I believe in my heart that I actually met a child psychopath.
Oh wow.
Did I ever tell you that story of the
No.
little? Oh, I didn't. Okay. So there were these, and I think I told one. There were these 4-year-old twins that I used to watch. Identical twins. Everything about them was the same except their personality. Um, my youngest child was 11 months old, I think, when I was babysitting for my friend. And I used to hear a puppy crying because they had a puppy. And the little girl, the one, I don't remember their names, thank God. The one would put her puppy in like cabinets. She would put them in cabinets. And I would hear it crying. So I'd open the door and this puppy would come running out. Her sister, the one time I was watching them, the door was locked and I couldn't get into the bedroom. And I heard the one little girl crying. So I essentially had to break the fucking door down. And the little girl was torturing her sister, like her twin. And the little girl had told me that she was terrified of her sister. She told me, this little girl, that she was going to stab my daughter. And I don't know what happened to me. I love kids. No one can deny that. I got in this 4-year-old's face and I said, if she ever laid one hand on my kid, it would be the last thing she ever fucking did. She told me her father, Krystle, these kids were 4. She told me her father would kill me, cut me up in little pieces, and fry me, and they would have me for dinner.
Yeah, I think that's a possible psychopath.
Yeah, and I told her mom when she came home. I explained. I said, "By the way, I will never be watching your little psycho ever again." And she's like, "Well, no, I don't think I said that right away." I said, "Look, here are some of my concerns." And she's like, "My kid's not a psychopath." And I said, "Wow, okay, that was weird. I'm never watching your psycho kid again. She really needs therapy. I have no idea where they are, but I have never seen those kids again. I've never associated with those people again. It was just, look, dude, kid psychos, completely real. It's a real thing that happens."
Yeah.
It's like The Good Child was real with Macaulay Culkin.
Like,
Or was
what?
it The Good Child? Yeah, there was a movie called The Good Son, and it had Macaulay Culkin in it, and he's like a child psychopath. And but he acts like the sweetest kid you'd ever know. But when he's dealing with the main character, he literally sets up the main character to do these terrible things. And then he's like, "If you say anything, I will end you, and nobody will believe you."
Well,
It is
she was
just like,
sweet sometimes. That's what made it so weird. It was hard to reconcile the
And
two personalities that she had. Especially when her parents came home, she'd be a totally different kid.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? You were just a fucking gremlin. What the
Yeah.
hell is this? Now you're like this sweet little church-going kid? What the hell?
Yeah, it's and that's exactly why I find the psychology of specifically sociopaths and psychopaths so fascinating and
Fascinating.
diverse, because it's so different, and it is such different behavior from the average person. Even people who have like different things that they have to struggle with, like depression and whatnot, is such different behavior, and is so different, and is so it I can't remember what the psychopaths were like. Sociopaths is more common than you would think too. So it's like it's more common than you would think, and it is such different behavior. And the idea that there are people among us who don't feel human emotion, and they just mimic it from watching and study others around them. It's so weird. And I was listening to a couple of videos that people were asking these questions to these sociopaths. One was a male sociopath and another was a female sociopath. Another thing that was really interesting was that the male sociopath, the way he would answer the questions, he was so disinterested, and he straight up said he has no interest in being like quote unquote cured of being a sociopath. While the female sociopath, on the other hand, she wants a way to not be a sociopath because she feels like she doesn't really feel normal human emotion, but she just doesn't like the way it feels and the way she thinks as a sociopath. She wants to be more normal and feel, and that I thought was interesting too, that you could have someone wishing they weren't that way while the other is like whatever.
Yeah, but that we better not get too into that because then we're
Yeah.
gonna lose track.
Yeah, but anyway,
Like-
I just wanted to finish
and-
that. And
Yes.
So, Lucas.
Yes.
Your turn.
Well, since you brought up the one trope, I hate a trope, and it comes up in a set of video games that I want to like. I want to like because they're really creative, and they fall into my interest of Japanese RPGs. But every single game has it's not exactly the secret government behind it, but it's forces from another world. They can't get away from it. Like, I was playing a game that I really wanted to love because the main character is supposed to be this avatar of the elements of the world, and she's going on a journey to, correct the imbalance of the world. All of a sudden, it's just like, and then a rift opens up in the sky and spaceships start coming through. And then I'm like, they did it again! It's things from another world for no reason. Because there's this alternate reality where they have technology, like advanced technology, but no magic, and they're all of a sudden they're coming through a rift because they want to invade this world, and all of a sudden the plot about an avatar of all the elements of the world just doesn't matter anymore. We now have this future timeline thing where they're invading the past or something. I don't get it. I don't know. It annoys me.
You sound like you're ready to flip a table. You're so annoyed.
It was so annoying because I was like loving the story and everything, and all of a sudden in comes this unnecessary plot point, and it's just like, damn it! Fuck, we didn't need this. Why do we need this? Also, apparently there's a god character that lives in between both worlds, and he just gave up and wanted to destroy them all. I don't know why they introduced this. Where's my original story?
Sup, Greg and Ginger?
This poor pastor guy came in when we were talking about serial killers. Lucas, look what you've done! You Charles Manson lover.
My bad.
Yeah, I feel like maybe to reiterate for Ginger and Greg, Lucas introduced his thing of I have a weird respect for Charles Manson.
because that needs to be reiterated.
Oh, totally.
It's weird, Lucas. Okay, it's really weird. Wait, what?
Your turn.
Roast before hose. Anyway.
Oh. Okay, well, since everyone's doing like movies or book things that they don't like, I guess I'll do a movie thing I don't like. I don't know. I'm going to sound like a prude and people are going to call me a prude, but I don't understand why if you're watching a movie, all of a sudden some sex scene comes on that has nothing to do with the fucking plot. Everyone's just sitting there like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is this?
Right?
I don't know. That irritates me because there's no point for it to be there other than other, and I hate to insult people, but I do it on a daily basis, so I'm just going to do it here. The stupid, pathetic men that probably don't see real breasts in their everyday life are like, "Ooh, boobies!" Like, there's no other reason to have a sex scene on there than to sell movies because you can't actually write a decent script any other way. Like,
Yeah.
there's no point.
There's so many times where Lucas and I are watching a movie and then a scene suddenly comes on and we're both like, "Oh, we did not need to see this. Oh
It's like,
God.
oh,
Oh God."
It's like, oh, did you get extra money for this scene? Like, what's going on? What is that?
Ginger, are you referring to Masters of Sex? Is that the TV series or is it Game of Thrones? Either one.
Game of Thrones is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Just
piss
like,
a lot of
and-
people off with that.
And there's lots of killing and just disgusting stuff that makes you want to throw up. And then all of a sudden, sexy scene. It's just like, why?
Let's not forget the incest sexy scenes, apparently.
Oh, why do you have to remind me?
Speaking of incest, sorry, I said that a lot louder than I intended to originally. Speaking of incest, going back to my love of Ted Bundy. No, I'm just kidding. That sounded really weird. There's actually a theory that he might actually be his grandfather's son. So just throwing that out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Apparently, his grandfather is from the camp of incest is wincest.
Oh, shut up. No. Do not drag supernatural into this. Do not.
we here at Fighting the Void and Blunt Talk do not condone.
I feel like we're saying that a lot.
Of all the episodes where we would think we need to say that, I did not think to do this one, but here we are.
Poor Ginger, he's not going to let us do this show on his channel anymore.
Not on my good Christian channel.
Ginger, this is like the third time where one of us has said, "We here at Fighting the Void and Buntalk do not endorse."
Whoa. So Ted Bundy is his own grandpa? What? I can't keep... What?
What?
I dislike.
This comment was from a pastor. I love Christianity. I love it. We're just so open.
So for my next dislike, I'm going to go with something that kind of touches back to Lucas's, except it's not a story-based thing. It's a real world thing. I legitimately get creeped out and do not like discussing the concept of aliens. It is like it's I get confused because on one hand I get how it's a curious thing and how it's fascinating. On the other hand, though, I want nothing to fucking do with it. like don't get me wrong. I know the likelihood of aliens actually being real is really fucking high. I just don't want to acknowledge it. Okay, I want to be ignorant. I don't want to know if there's an Area 51. I mean, I kind of want to know if there's an Area 51. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's going on in there. I don't want to see a UFO. I don't want to meet an alien. I want to be whatever's in space. I want to be kept away from it. Okay, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Hey, Krystle, what if there were space dogs?
What?
What if there were space doggos?
Depends. Are they cute space doggos or will they kill me?
They're cute, but they're in space. You have to go to in space to give them pets.
Well, I ain't going into space to give them pets.
Well, I guess space doggos can fuck right off, huh?
No, because you know what? That leads me to another thing.
Why do you hate dogs?
No, but that leads me to another dislike, Red. Let me have this, okay? Listen.
I'm sorry. Space dogs?
Listen, I also...
Krystle hates dogs.
Two more things I don't like. Being in the thought of being in open space in the open ocean with no land in sight and no one around.
I
No.
remember you saying that. We had a conversation about that. That makes you really uncomfortable.
Like, I kid you not, I used the analogy of being alone on a boat in the open ocean to explain to someone what anxiety feels like. Because to me, that is anxiety. I do no. I don't like the idea of being on a boat in the ocean with no one else around and
Well, that
in
makes
near
sense.
reach to help me with fucking God knows what underneath me in the water that can eat me. And in water I can't even drink if I start getting dehydrated. So I no. No.
Oh, Pastor, really quick. I did not see the movie with Tom Arnold. I try to stay away from movies with Tom Arnold because he sucks. So
Damn.
the only reason anyone knows his name is because he was married to Roseanne. Now she's
Damn.
awesome and she's hilarious. Him, he is not. So okay, we can move on. I'm sorry, I just had to get that out of my system.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Yay.
Lucas,
Yes.
take it away.
No,
Are
I
we
haven't,
on like?
Ginger. Go ahead, Lucas.
Are we on likes again?
Do what you're gonna do. You just announce if you
Do-
like it or you
okay.
dislike it.
Be your own independent woman.
Okay. I will be my own independent woman. So know-it-all guys, am I right?
What?
What happened?
What?
Lucas, say a like or dislike. You're confusing me.
Well, what is next? No, that would piss off Red. No, that would also piss off
Everything pisses me off. Just fucking say it so I can get pissed off and we can move on, Lucas.
This is an old conversation, but since it's likes or dislikes, I like no, I love pepperoni and pineapple pizza. Krystle just laughed nervously.
You're fucking trash. Okay? That's all I have to say. You're fucking trash.
Krystle likes it too.
Oh,
Ugh,
fuck you.
She's not trash because I like her. And she didn't make me watch a stupid movie. What was that, Lucas?
That was
Sasquatch,
Sasquatch.
Suburban Sasquatch. Dumb
That was-
movie.
Dumb movie with Sasquatch.
Dumb
titties.
movie.
Anyway,
I don't like pineapple pizza.
I think everybody who knows you knows. Even people who don't know you somehow know. Oh, that is somebody who she hates pineapples on pizza.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean, Lucas? Do I look like someone that just wouldn't like pineapple on pizza?
What are you trying to say, Lucas?
I'm just saying.
Krystle, he hurt my feelings.
See, and that goes into what I was about to say. Red
See?
shouts a
Look.
lot. And,
Shut up, Lucas. Read the chat. Look, a pastor is saying pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Do you want to go against God, Lucas? Do you? Thank you.
I-
That's right. I shredded your ass.
Shredded pineapple would be great on pizza too.
I will hurt you so bad.
Lucas, you may.
Are you done? Ugh.
I am very much done. In
Good.
fact,
I'm glad
pretty
you're
sure
done.
I'm getting an ass kicking later.
I'm
ready
reporting
for it.
all of your tweets, Lucas. Free speech be damned.
Also, quarantine be damned. You're coming down here to kick my ass. I got it.
Yes, I will. My husband already has friends. I told you he wants to go meet his PlayStation buddies in Georgia. So I'll be down there, and when we meet them, we're gonna come over there, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
And as for
Fuck it.
as for Red's next dislike, her next dislike is Lucas.
Oh yeah.
No, he doesn't deserve on my list, Krystle.
Oh,
That's how much I don't
yeah.
like him. He doesn't
Wow.
deserve on my list.
Damn, dude, you fucked up.
I'm unfollowing your ass.
So, Red,
Oh,
what's something you do like?
am I doing a like? Something I like?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever
Okay,
you
well, you told me I should do a like. I like romantic comedies. I love them. I think
Yay!
it's sweet when they fall in love, and it's a really happy ending, and there's a lot of laughing and joking. Me, Angry Red, likes romance. Deal with it.
Woo!
I don't know. That's what I do in my spare time. I watch romantic comedies.
I like rom-coms too.
Yeah, but that makes sense, Krystle. People don't expect me to like romance.
Wow! Have you ever
Because
seen?
I'm angry.
You ever see 27 Dresses?
What the fuck is that? No, it says dresses. We've already been through this earlier, Krystle. I don't like dresses.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to throw
13
rom-coms.
going on 30 was good, though. I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
And 10 Things I Hate About You. And How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I like titles, apparently, with the number 10 in them.
Apparently.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Huh. Maybe you also like the number 10.
Who's a walking contradiction? What's he talking about?
Yeah.
Ginger wasn't here when I said how I like hugs.
Well,
Ginger can tell you I like hugs. I love hugs.
Red can fully like romance, but she'd probably also be like, "Damn it, honey! I said I wanted romance, you asshole!"
That's
like you'd
romantic.
be angry. Yes.
What'd you get me flowers for? That's not flowers is not romantic. I'm adding another dislike. Krystle did it. I get to do it too. I don't like men giving women flowers. That's right. I said it. There's no worse way to express your love than giving your woman something she can watch slowly die. That's morbid. That's weird. And that's coming from someone who likes serial killers. That's fucking weird. I'm sorry. It is.
Damn.
That's basic bitch shit right there. Flowers. Yeah.
Don't give me fucking flowers. Wash the dishes. That's romance.
Yeah, Lucas. Wash the dishes for me once in a while. Damn.
Oh, Lucas.
I literally do it all the time because you don't want to.
No one wants to wash dishes.
I know, honey, but it was so funny I had to say it.
Well, Pastor, if your wife likes flowers, then you get her flowers. You do what she wants. I'm just saying it's fucking weird. That gives her one more thing to clean up. Then she has to throw away dead flowers. It's just like, hey, I love you so much. Here's a symbol of my love. Oh, look, it's fucking dead. Like, it's just weird. Look, your love died.
And I have actually
I'm a weird person.
met women out there who were like, if my husband washed the dishes, I'd do anything.
Wow.
Anything.
But that is a symbol of how romantic actually doing chores with.
Yes, and the laundry. Ugh, and the laundry. I hate laundry.
I like laundry.
What is wrong with you, Krystle? Jesus. Jesus is even asking. What is wrong with you?
It's so easy. I can pop it in. I can take care of some other shit while it's washing, and then pop.
Do you like to fold it?
No.
All right, then. Then you don't like laundry because that's part of it.
But you know what? I would rather fold laundry than wash the dishes.
I'd rather wash dishes because I play in the water. Because it's warm and it feels nice.
Because wet food makes me want to gag, and putting away clean dishes is noisy, so I don't like it.
Whoa, did you say wet food? Who? That is another dislike. I'm sorry to cut everyone off. Don't put food that's on a plate in the fucking sink. Who does that? Psychopaths do that. No, I won't say water again. Shit. Whatever.
But
you know what?
Garbage disposal?
What? That's just weird.
Disposal.
I don't like that. That's creepy. And garbage disposals freak me out. What if you get your hand in there?
Well, I mean, I guess you lose your hand, right?
See, that's scary. That makes me scared.
That literally happened in The Exorcist Part 4, where the evil
I
villain is a lamp.
know. You're talking to someone who loves horror movies.
See, nobody suspects an evil lamp that's possessed by the devil. Why would the devil possess a lamp? I'm an evil lamp. Let me let me draw this the walls of this child's room so the parents hate the kid.
Wait, Lucas, that could be your next dislike.
What?
Good. Crystal's getting us back on track. Good.
Yeah. So, Lucas, you can bring up that author for your next dislike. I still have a like I need to share.
Yes, you do.
Yes. I like the sound of different languages. Um, like there's actually there's quite well there's a few languages I want to learn, and if I can, I'll try to like mimic the sound of the language because I like the sound of them. But that's one thing I've always thought was kind of odd because I struggle to learn languages. I have to if I want to learn a language, I have to break down the words syllable by syllable and like mimic it from that, and everything else is just really hard for me to comprehend. But I actually think Spanish is a really beautiful sounding. So that's another weird thing. I can figure out how to read a language. I just couldn't tell you what it fucking meant.
You'd probably be good at Latin then. Latin was a lot more, at least when I took it in high school, it was a lot more reading than it was speaking it.
Yeah.
I sucked at it.
Rob.
What?
I said necesito death Rob.
Oh, necesita de throb.
See, now you just sound weird because you just repeated a line from Fighters by Nature.
Oh, of course it's from that. But like, oh no, we lost Red.
She hit a button because she was laughing too hard. By the way, have you shared those embarrassing video clips of me acting with Red yet?
No, I haven't. I will later. But
Damn it, Lucas.
But yeah, so I can.
I was laughing so hard I hit the wrong thing. Sorry, Crystal. Go ahead.
It's fine. Like I don't remember much from Spanish, and I don't really. I mean, other than Lucas's family, but even then, Spanish still isn't at the top of my list to learn. But I don't really remember from learning Spanish in high school, except for how the pronunciation is supposed to be. So if you put Spanish in front of me, I could read it because I like the sound of Spanish. So I really made sure to remember that. But I couldn't tell you what I was saying. And another thing that I can fairly mimic well is a Gaelic. I I can somewhat mimic Gaelic, which I find also fun because I can say things in Gaelic, but Lucas can't. It just sounds
Huh.
weird. When Lucas tries to like I read I shared with you, but I don't think I've shared this line. There's a Celtic woman song that's completely in Gaelic, and like one of the lines is like, "Oh Roshina Bahuaya, oh Roshina Bahuaya, oh Roshina Bahuaya, Mr. Hatnatani." And Lucas tries to mimic it, and I don't know what the fuck he's saying. It's just gibberish.
What in the world? I have no idea what you said.
I don't know either. I think it's something about someone returning home from war. That's all I know. That's all I know. And so Oro Shinabahuaya is something about someone returning home, and then Hanisha Haknitani is something about the woman's sadness. I think I don't know. I don't remember, but yeah. I like
She's
languages.
sad because he's returning from war.
I
Wow.
think you know what? I'm just gonna
That sounds
look up
like
the.
me.
I'm just gonna fucking look up the lyrics, okay?
Okay. Well, then Lucas can do his while you look up your lyrics.
Yeah.
Well, since I said it because you were laughing because I said Necesito Death Rob, I like filming random things. In fact, filmed I filmed 5 horrible movies with some of my best friends from middle school and high school over the course of 10, 15 years that started senior year in high school. And the last one we filmed was in 2007, 2008.
Do you still have them?
I don't have copies, but my friends do.
You need to get them so you can post them to Twitter.
Oh no, some of them don't need to see the light of day.
Oh, I think they should. Well, then I get to see them anyway.
Well, Krystle actually recorded clips onto her phone.
Yes! Because I ain't coming to your wedding unless you give me clips. If I'm giving a speech, I need to see this stuff.
All right. I guess that's fine.
Yes! Lucas is scared now.
Okay. I'm sorry, go on.
I am terrified. I've made mistakes.
You've made so many mistakes. So I looked it up. I had the completely wrong verses I was translating. None. So oh Roshana, oh Roshana Bahuaya. That translates roughly to welcome back home. So welcome home, and then Hanisha Hanitani translates to now that summer is coming. So returning home, summertime, and it's the first verse that talks about hail old woman who was so afflicted.
Huh.
It's I think it's a war song because it basically talks about like the women were in chains because and it so yeah.
Why were they in chains, Krystle?
Hail, old woman who was so afflicted, it was our ruin that you were on chains, our fine land in the possession of thieves, while you were sold to the foreigners. Grain Mahal is coming over the sea, armed warriors as her guard. They are Gales, not French or Spanish. They will rout out the foreigners. So, there you go. That gives a general idea of what the song is. And just to round up the language thing, I would love to learn Polish and Gaelic. Those are my main two.
I can barely speak English, so. I took Spanish for 3 years, and I know Ola. That's it. So.
Like I said, I know more Spanish than Lucas does, and that's why he's the Taco Bell of Chileans.
Taco Bell.
Oh, see, look, Krystle. Ginger loves the idea of me giving a speech.
Me too.
Be the best speech ever.
Yeah. Also, whose turn is it? Because did Lucas go? Cause
well, you just went. Wait, did Lucas go or?
Wait, what is going on?
You know what? Fucking Red, your turn. Because Lucas spoke while I was searching.
Am I doing a like or a dislike?
Whatever
You're doing
want.
whatever the hell you want.
I dislike clowns.
Oh, yeah.
They freak me out. And I'm not talking about like the scary clowns like It, or the clowns that you would see at like one of those scary haunted places you go at Halloween. I'm talking about the regular circus clowns. The ones with the painted on smiles. I don't know what it is. I am terrified of them. You could ask my mother if you ever talk to her. I will not go near one. My oldest daughter wanted a picture with one when she was a kid. My mom had to go in and like do the picture with the clown because I wouldn't go near him. I do not like them. I don't know what it is. They just freak me out.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think I've mentioned to you before, it's possible it's because it's even the happy ones, it feels like a sort of a mask being put on and anything can be hiding behind that mask of happiness and joy.
Yeah, it could be. 'Cause,
Enjoy.
like, why are you painting on a smiley face?
And like Pastor G said, what about Joker? Like Joker's
No, I
fucking
like Joker because he's a psycho, and I'm fascinated by psychos.
Joker is a fascinating. Oh, I know my next dislike. Okay, sorry, go on.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay, you will get so pissed at this movie. So recently, Lucas and I tried to watch this movie, the movie Batman Hush, which is a adaptation of the comic of the same title. We could not finish that movie because it just made a wreck of all the Batman characters. It was not even funny. Red. I kid you
I'm
not.
listening.
I kid you not. They had Joker immediately confess innocence to a crime.
What?
They had. So here's the scene. Batman enters a alleyway and he sees Thomas Elliot laying on the ground, seemingly dead. There's blood on him. It appears he's dead, and then the Joker's nearby holding a gun. And as soon as Batman sees Joker immediately goes, "This time it wasn't me. I'm innocent, I tell you." He doesn't even try. He doesn't like. He immediately goes to defending himself, and I'm just like, the Joker would never do that.
Nope.
What Ginger said, like Joker would mess with Batman and be vague to like make it seem like he did do it when he didn't actually do it. Because you know what, he's all about chaos, so he'd want to create chaos. Why would he immediately confess innocence to a It doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. And and they also had Poison Ivy immediately like give up information, and that I hate that movie.
See, I'm not that into superheroes, so I don't really care. I just picked Batman as my favorite because I have to, and he says I'm Batman. Like that's legit the only reason why.
Batman's awesome, and that movie sucks. And
Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that Batman versus the Ninja Turtles was more faithful to the original characters?
Right? Oh, I love that movie. That's a like Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They even had
Turtles
the
are
joke
better.
where they had a joke where every like all the Batman villains had the ooze put into them, so they mutated, and like everybody's transforming into all these cool creatures and stuff. Poison Ivy turns into a plant and she can't move, and they literally go, "Oh hey, she can't move. Let's just move around her so she can't get us." And she's just like sitting there. "I will destroy you," but she can't hit him. It's great joke.
That sounds stupid.
You're stupid.
I mean,
Wow.
sometimes it's fine. I don't care. I don't listen to Lucas.
Nobody does.
Aw.
Aww.
That's his
Honey.
next. That's his next dislike.
What's your next thing, honey? Your turn.
No one
Nobody
listens
listens to me.
There, sweetie, let it out.
No, I'd rather he didn't.
We skip right over. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, honey.
Oh. What's another dislike?
Oh, yeah.
I'm. Oh. Another dislike is people who can't be honest with themselves and would rather hide in comfort than accept the truth.
Oh my god. Yeah. Go ahead.
Because I I suffered from anxiety and adult ADHD, and I have some sort of a mood disorder. I'm pretty sure it's bipolar 2. But I had to deal with all that stuff in therapy, and I had to learn radical acceptance. And then I learn how to control my emotions better and control my mental state better so I'm not all over the place and unstable just in time for the world to go freaking crazy and everybody freaking out or hiding in their comforts or pleasures and whatnot. And it annoys me. Just like, hi, I'm the truth over here. Just accept it and then move on.
Yeah. Yep. I am with Lucas wholeheartedly on that. Especially since I am one of said people who has a tried to hide their problems and just bury themselves in action to seemingly. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think everyone does that to some extent.
Yeah.
I think it's almost healthy to do that.
Yeah.
To a certain extent is what I'm saying.
Like
It's just
fine.
essentially protecting yourself.
Yeah, and that's a perfectly fine thing to do when you're dealing with things that you have no power or control over changing. There are things that are
Okay. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
there are things that are going to be things no matter what you do, all you can do is let it go and let it
And
run its
accept it.
course. Yeah. But when you have the power to do something or change a situation and you decide not to because it's too uncomfortable, yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't like
no.
that either.
But that's essentially it.
Everyone is bipolar. You know what? I think there's a little bit of truth to that, to a certain extent. I think everyone's kind of fucking weird, crazy. Yeah, they just label everyone as something or other. Like, there's always something wrong with you. It's not, hey, I'm having a really bad experience in my life. It's, oh, you have this mental illness. Oh, it must be this mental illness. No, bitch, I'm having a bad week. Like, that's all it is. Like, that's why I'm reacting that way.
Yeah. And it just I just still kind of cuz Lucas has to put up with a lot of my own shit cuz I
believe it.
I
Sorry,
will,
go ahead.
Cuz I will admit I'm a bit more of a actual brooder than I like, to the point where it's kind of annoying. So but you know what? That's another thing people would not guess of my character because I'm so usually bubbly and sweet and whatnot. I am quite the brooder, and I don't talk about things. So there we go. Rad, your turn.
For what? Are we doing likes or dislikes?
Whatever we want.
No, tell me what to do.
Okay, do a like.
Hi, general population of America.
No.
Tell me what to do.
Wow, Lucas. Go kiss him. You know what? Since you did that shit, I'm going to do a dislike. Are you ready? Star Wars and anything like Star Wars. It's stupid. It's pointless. Every time I try to watch it, I fall asleep because it sucks. There. I feel better now.
Are you happy, Lucas?
Am I a fucking joke to you?
Are you Star Wars? Because if you are, yes.
I was literally named after Luke Skywalker.
You suck for real, Lucas. Holy shit. I did not know that. Now I feel almost bad. He's going to yell at me after this show is over. This show must go on forever.
It's
I'm
It's a-
stupid. I'm stupid, Ginger. You forgot the comma. Okay? How about that?
Red,
Yeah. Yeah. What? Sorry.
Red, if it makes you feel better, Lucas would have to do a lot of convincing to get me to actually finally sit and watch Star Wars. So
See?
if anyone's also a piece of shit, it's me.
Why is it Star Trek? They visit planets. Star Trek sucks too. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that person, I don't even know who you are, but thank you for saying Star Trek. Star Trek, Star Wars, same fucking thing. Same fucking thing. How you like that, Lucas? Do you like that? Do you like that show? Star Wars or Star Trek? Same thing. How does that make you feel?
I loved both of them.
Oh my gosh, you're fucking double gross. Lucas, what? Krystle, I can't speak at your wedding. I can't condone this.
And Babylon 5.
Lucas, you need to change her face.
Firefly. And Farscape. And literally anything that's like, okay, I'm gonna shut up now because my ass kicking is getting 10 times worse by the second.
Ginger said Star Trek is boring. Listen, they're both boring. They're both boring. Okay? They're both boring. Didn't that one princess, whatever her fucking name is, Leah, whatever the hell her name is, with the little buns in her hair, didn't she like screw her brother or kiss him or something? That's fucking weird. Why are you watching incest? I can't say that word. Things with incest in them. There we go. I can't say incestuous. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. You said that right.
Incestuous. That sounds weird.
It is weird.
It's very weird. Laser swords. Laser swords. The only cool thing about that about Star Wars is Darth Vader. That's it. I'll give them that.
Okay.
That's as far as I'm going to go, Lucas. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it like a bitch. What?
But, okay, we are moving on. So,
Woo!
so something I like. I mean,
Oh, Ezra's here. You missed my Ted Bundy talk.
Hi, Ezra.
Jar Jar Binks was funny though. That's true. Jar Jar Binks. I had a little action figure of him. He was cute.
So, on a more lighter note, and this probably won't be that surprising to people. It's something I really never talk about. I am really interested, and I like the idea and concept of fairies.
Fairies?
Yeah. Fairies and fairy tale, like fairies and fairy tales.
Like Tales of Fairies or like Cinderella?
Like I like the more original fairy tales, like from Brothers Grimm and Hans Christian Andersen and whatnot. And I also just like the idea and concept of, like, I think it's fun, the idea and concept of like fairies in the woods and whatnot. It's
like
fun.
the little ones that fly around in little dresses.
Well,
that's weird.
They don't necessarily wear.
Kind of like the Tooth Fairy.
No, not like the Tooth Fairy.
She's a fairy, and she collects body parts for money, Krystle.
Yeah, but that's like a weird version of a fairy. I mean, like the like when you see
It's like a weird.
Like when you see like the older, more classic like artwork that usually accompany like fairy tales, and it shows fairies of like
Tinkerbell.
No, not Tinkerbell.
She's a fairy. I don't understand.
Disney fairy. I mean like the more original classic ones, like the more classic. Lucas, help me out here.
Tinkerbell is classic. She's as classic as you get as far as fairies. I don't understand.
Disney. I mean like the like from the Celtic stuff.
Yes.
Like from the Celts, the Celtic fairies.
Like the ones that are make believe. I'm sorry, I pissed her off. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying they're actually real. I'm just saying I like the idea of them
Oh, okay.
and the concept. Fairies in the woods.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't
Jeez, Kristen.
insult fairies.
Yes,
Alright, you know what?
let's talk about fairies.
I get it. I think it'd be kind of interesting. I could see that. Like unicorns, fairies, gnomes, trolls. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, like and especially I think especially for me because fairies are a part of nature, and I just really like nature, so it's fun to think that there's something out there that's good.
It's not aliens, right?
It's
Aliens
not
are
aliens.
fascinating.
And and when you read up more on like the Celtic fairies and whatnot, it gets really interesting because it talks about like the Seelie and Unseelie, which is basically like the light and dark fairies and whatnot. So
Lucas, go. Sorry. Dislike. I told you. Yep.
Dislikes are what is the next dislike I want to go with? People who misinterpret or misrepresent historical figures.
yeah.
And or people who tamper with historical things just to fit their narratives or whatnot, or to make themselves look better.
You guys get riled up over stuff I really don't care about. I'm sorry, that was me. I don't know. People are assholes. It's just what it is.
Well, how would you feel if somebody came by? I don't care who you are. Ted Bundy was butt ugly, and if you think otherwise, you're a simp. There, I said it.
I mean, I would just assume that they have a mental problem, and I would pray for them and wish them well. Like, I don't. What do you want me to say here, Lucas? I think that person's obviously blind. Ted Bundy was fucking hot. Okay, I don't care if he killed women. He's hot. His hotness has nothing to do with the fact he murdered women. That's right, I said it. I don't care. Krystle, don't do your stupid, we here at Fighting the Void do not condone. No, don't do that. Ted Bundy was hot. Okay? Lucas likes Charles Manson. Everybody's okay. It's fine. He has respect for him or some shit for some unknown reason. See? Ezra told you don't say that about Ted Bundy. She thinks he's hot too. Only the sickest of women think he's hot. Me and Ezra think he's hot.
What
does that tell you?
Oh yeah.
We are sick.
I like Ted Bundy pee-pee. What?
What? Okay.
That's good. Quote me on that, Ginger. Quote me on that on Twitter. I don't care. If you don't think Ted Bundy is hot, I'll pray for you. That's right.
Lucas, do you have any examples of your dislike?
Like people tearing down statues or any like book burnings and stuff like that.
Well, I agree with that.
Or this is gonna be fun. Or what the old Roman Catholic Church did to the Celts.
Oh,
and then tried to do with the Norse, but then the Norse were too stubborn and they still kept their old religion anyway.
See, honey, I thought you were gonna say Joan of Arc, not the Celts. So,
well, yes, Joan of Arc is another sore spot. Sorry, Ginger.
We here are Fighting the Void and Blunt
Ginger,
gonna
we
hang up
keep
on you.
having to apologize? Like, you knew I was going to be a co-host on this show. Like, you can't tell me you didn't know some of this shit was going to happen.
Actually, I was gonna rephrase it to we here are not prepared for the backlash that Lucas is about to get from Ginger.
I mean, he can go for Lukas. It's fine.
Yeah.
But he knew what he was signing on for when he agreed to let me co-host with you. I was gonna calm down.
So anyway,
That got really quiet.
Well, because I have to come to the terms that I have 2 ass kickings now. The beatings, they will come. Do not worry.
Linda
You brought a pineapple pizza, you would have been fine.
Linda already called you a doof, Lucas, for the Joan of Arc thing.
Joan of Arc was weird.
No, I think Joan of Arc was
weird.
cool.
Yeah, she was weird.
But
isn't she that woman that dressed up like a dude so she could fight or something?
She literally delivered the victory to France during the 100 Years' War.
And that means what? Then, I don't care.
Like she literally was like, I heard the voice of God. He told me to help deliver victory to the French in the 100-Year War. And to thank her, the church burned her at the stake. Because they're like, she heard voices. She's a witch.
I mean, maybe she just had schizophrenia.
But she still did a lot of good.
See, now look what happened. Now we're forcing Ginger to do an episode on Joan of Arc.
Oh, as if he was already planning on it.
He probably wasn't. And now he's like, well, damn.
You know what? Well, you know what, Lucas? You and Ginger can hash it out on Fighting the Void. We're just here to have some fun.
Yeah. So what are we doing next?
Well, we're getting close to 11, which we're already half an hour over our time. Do we want to continue going, or what?
I don't give a shit.
Lucas, what do
you never care.
I don't care. I'm pretty much in this for the long haul.
I'll go all night. I don't care. Don't freaking test me. I'll go till 6 in the morning.
We can go a little longer. Why not? And just to kind of direct the Ginger, we see all the stuff about Jones. Say before the episode.
Oh my gosh! If I get a DM from him, I swear.
To change this from Joan of Arc and hopefully lighten up the chat from Joan of Arc, I will add that ambulance in our example of its first reading that every show ever decides to depict her as a harlot. So there you go, as an example of Lucas's dislike.
She
was a whore? Sorry.
No.
I'm just catching up. It's like, what?
What?
I don't know. Krystle said she's a whore. I don't know.
No. Anne Boleyn. No, Anne Boleyn is another example of, as Lucas said, people misrepresenting historical figures. Anne Boleyn is always depicted as a harlot or a whore, when in reality she never was a harlot or a whore, and even refused King Henry VIII until, well, they wed. Now,
I mean, that's probably because they were strong women. I mean, you see it even in today.
Yeah.
Strong women, hey, boom, whore. So
Anne Boleyn was headstrong of was really headstrong of her time.
You know I'm right. Shut up.
I did start it, Ginger.
And even back during Anne Boleyn's time, everyone tried to paint her as a whore. In fact, because of false accusations, she ended up beheaded because they painted her as a whore.
Whores get beheaded. I mean, I'm not saying I'm for it. But...
Well, because what happened was she was accused of sleeping with her brother and other men, and that was
oh my gosh!
and that was considered traitorous against the king, as well as other charges against her that were all completely false, and that led to her getting beheaded. So she was beheaded for false accusations. So there you go. 10 minutes away from Joan of Arc. Red, your turn.
I don't even know where the hell I am right now.
What's a like or dislike of yours?
What should I do?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Just pick one.
Okay, I like anything paranormal. That's something that I like.
Ooh, yes.
I like ghosts. I like the thought. Well, I shouldn't say I like the thought of demon. Like anything ghost, demon related. Yes, Krystle, even alien related. I find it fascinating. I like to study it, and I just think it's fascinating.
I have to say I agree.
Who wouldn't agree? It's fascinating.
Yeah, it is. And I'll even take it a step further and say that I am really interested in studying things such as demonology and whatnot. And I find it really fascinating, and it's something that I've even brought up to Lukas before and my family, that like if I were to ever decide to go to college to study anything, I'd study demonology because I find it fascinating.
It's a college course?
Yeah. There are places where you can go to study demonology, occult studies, theology. They're out there, dude. I'm writing a script about people who go take a occult class.
I'm not trying to cut you off, Krystle, but you really need to read the chat and see what Ezra said.
Oh my god.
Because I would agree with that. Listen, I told that one pro-choicer that said that I don't know, sex wasn't the only way that women get pregnant. You know, because pro-choicers are kind of crazy. And I said that anytime I watched Supernatural and Jensen Ackles kind of winked or, you know, whatever, I got pregnant. So I had to get my tubes. I'm just saying that's pretty spot on.
It is pretty spot on.
I would study him.
I mean, he plays Dean Winchester, so Dean Winchester would take a demonology class. So there we go.
We might not actually like the actual person. As long as he stays in character, then I'd probably like him.
No, Jensen Ackles seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lukas, your turn. Lukas, with your next turn, don't start shit, okay?
Sorry. Didn't know I had so many controversial opinions.
Good, man.
What would be next? Oh, I like astronomy. In fact, it is actually deeply embedded into my family's history.
How so?
Well, basically, my grandfather was a part of the Apollo space program in that he helped design the Saturn V rocket. And even before him, I have an ancestor who studied at the University of Copenhagen under Tycho Brahe for astronomy back in the 15th century. He even has a crater on the moon named after him.
Wow.
So that's why I actually love astronomy and I love the stars. And every now and then I actually find myself wishing like, hey, if I live away from the city, I just want to spend a night stargazing. Because I like doing that.
Aww.
That was sweet.
It's in my blood.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. You're definitely drawn to it, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, That's something positive.
Yes. I didn't start anything.
Good. Now, quickly, let's
Good.
move on to Red before you do.
Am I doing dislike or am I doing like?
Whatever you'd like.
I'll do dislikes. I fucking hate roundabouts. They serve absolutely. Shut up! Don't start laughing at me yet. I'm not done.
Okay.
They
okay.
serve no purpose. If I want to go straight, I have this stupid circle, right? I have this circle in front of me that tells me I can't go straight. I have to go around this little circle until I get to the road that I actually want to turn on. There's no fucking point to it. I don't understand why it's there. There's just a circle that you have to go around instead of a stop sign or just fucking nothing. Like I went through Gettysburg going to the battlefields and there's this little roundabout. There's no reason for anything other than maybe 2 stop signs to be there.
Oh my gosh.
There's no reason. It's just a circle and I got a fucking flagpole sticking in the middle of it. And I want to go straight, but I got to go in a circle. And I have to stop because this bitch doesn't know how the fuck to go around it. So I'm just sitting there and I'm hand signaling and I'm yelling out my window and people are looking at me like I'm crazy. There's no point. I'm sorry. I really don't like them. That's it. I'm done.
I mean, that's fair, though.
Now that I made everyone really uncomfortable.
I mean, roundabouts are stupid, though.
Thank you.
Like, why?
And you know what? You know what? I'm going to add something to that. Can I add something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives me
The
time to
people
think.
that like roundabouts are the people that don't know how to fucking stop. Those are the people that like roundabouts. The ones that get confused about red lights or the ones that run red lights, the ones that run stop signs, and they just don't know how to fucking drive. They're the ones that like it because guess what? Roundabouts means I can just fucking drive. I can just go. I don't have to stop. I don't have anyone telling me what to do. Those are the people that like roundabouts. If you like roundabouts, you can't fucking drive. Period. I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
And
I'm
that's it
sorry.
for Red's TED Talk.
Yes. If you like roundabouts and you listen to this, you can't fucking drive and you're probably a woman. That's right. I even got a little misogynistic. I don't care.
Damn.
Somebody move on. I'm uncomfortable.
I'm trying to think of another dislike. Honey, do you got anything that you want to trigger me with?
What?
the fuck?
What? What kind of a question is that?
I'm blanking, and you're the one who came up with the first one, so.
Oh. How about Mary Queen of Scots on DVD?
Oh, fuck
Blu-ray.
you. Fuck that movie. We already did historical accuracies. So you know what? I'll just go out. You know what? I don't like Mary Queen of Scots. The historical figure. I don't really care for her. I feel like she was very egotistical. So
I don't know who that is.
she was the Queen of Scotland for a period of time, and she was alive during the same time as the Virgin Queen or Queen Elizabeth, and they both had a very strong you know how much political drama stirs up because of Trump nowadays. Well, their feud was the hot political issue of their time period, because Mary Queen of Scots believed that she deserved the throne of England and the yada yada yada, but yeah, so there was a awful movie made about her in 2018 that was shit, and honestly, I just don't like the historical figure. I feel bad for some of the shit that happened to her during that time, but I feel she did have a very big ego about her, and I don't really care for her. And so, yeah, there we go. I don't like Mary Queen Scots.
Interesting.
Yeah. She was also briefly before he died, she was married to the King of France. So So there you go. Lucas,
There we go.
Lucas, you got anything, or do you need more time? Because I'm thinking of more.
I need more time.
Okay. So one thing I do feel bad for with Mary Queen Scott, so it's also kind of up in the air of like what actually happened. One of the husbands she later took on, was very abusive, and he, I think, he ended up dying in some situation, and in the way he died, there is some suspicion that it's a question of whether or not she was involved in his death. And then after that, there's a lot of shit went down around the end of her reign. She she was taken captive by some man, I think by the man who killed her husband, and she was taken captive by him. And there's a lot of wondering too if she willingly went along with him, or if she was a captive, and if he raped her, or if they were willingly together. But that was a lot of shit that was going down right before she was beheaded. So there you go. And she viewed herself as a martyr for Scotland.
Yeah.
So.
Fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Queen Elizabeth I, or the Virgin Queen, was the daughter of Anne Boleyn. So there you go. Rounding it all out here by wrapping it back to Anne Boleyn.
Why is Red quiet? It makes me nervous.
What? I can't just not say shit?
I mean, I guess you can.
Dude, focus.
I'm just trying to deal with my kids while, because they're playing Minecraft and shit, because it's Friday night. So
yeah.
I just keep muting my microphone. I promise you, I'm still fucking here.
Oh, okay.
Focus.
What?
Chill and focus.
I'm sorry. Criminy.
Lucas, it's your turn.
Oh, what are we doing? I'm doing something.
A like or dislike.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I like Tillamook cheese, and there's no better cheese than that. Okay. Said it.
Okay.
What?
Here we go. I said it. If you want to be like, no, Wisconsin cheese is better or something, like, go to hell.
Damn, dude.
What is wrong with you? Cheese?
Tillamook cheese. I love it.
I love cheese too, but like you're getting a little crazy.
That's
Well,
not
people have always been like, but Wisconsin cheese is the best cheese. I've had Wisconsin cheese, and it's not better. I'm sorry.
Are you really though? Are you really sorry, Lucas?
No, not even a little bit.
Good. Here on Fighting the Void, we're never sorry. I mean, sorry. Damn it, Ginger!
We here at Fighting the Void and Blunt Talk are never sorry.
No, not even a little bit.
So,
I'm always sorry. Krystle and Lucas are just assholes.
that's fair.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Red, what do you got?
Like or dislike?
Do a like.
A like. I like bowling.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm actually a pretty good bowler. I almost had a 300 game, which is a perfect score.
What?
So, yeah. I'm actually really good at bowling. Are you
That's
shocked?
awesome. A little bit,
Mhm.
but that's
What?
awesome.
Why are you shocked? Are you saying I can't do the sports?
No, it's more so I just never thought to put you and bowling together.
It is kind of gay. I mean, it is. It's kind of gay a little bit. I don't care.
Put
I
on
mean,
your stylish shoes and you grab those balls and
okay,
Hey,
now
listen.
well,
No one puts their fingers in balls better than I do.
oh,
That's right. I went there. It's almost midnight. I can talk like this, Krystle. The kids are in bed. Well, mine aren't, but most people's are, I guess.
I mean that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
no, it is very fair.
And if you guys want to go on, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
So, another I think I'm gonna have to go with. Well, I guess I'm just gonna keep with this historical streak. I am really, as no surprise to anyone, I'm really fascinated in Polish history and whatnot because that's where my family is originally from. If you couldn't tell by the fact that my name is long and almost unpronounceable. Uh, and yeah, I really like looking into Polish history and studying Poland and a a figure, for example, I guess would be the fact that they had a female king named Jadwiga, and King Jadwiga was renowned for her reign because one, she joined Poland with Lithuania, which brought a lot of prosperity, but also because she was the first ruler to bring universities to Poland at the time. So she was a very powerful leader, and she brought a lot of positive changes to the Kingdom of Poland, which was especially extraordinary considering a lot of her court didn't really like her. She so stuff like that with Poland is really fascinating to me, and I like studying it, and it's fun. So there, I like Poland, I like history, and I like studying it, and I like King Jadwiga.
I don't know who that is.
Like I said, he was a king in Poland during the medieval times. I can't remember what time period.
Wait, did you say she was a king?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, and thank you for that correcting. You know what? I'm gonna throw in a dislike here since you remind me of it, because you're like one of the few people who I told about King Jadwiga, and I didn't immediately get in response. Don't you mean Queen? No, because obviously during those times, and well, I don't know about now, but during those times, king and queen held very different
Wait,
things in the kingdom. Huh? What?
I said queens weren't rulers back then.
No, they weren't. They were the wives of the rulers, and they had a lot of power, but they didn't have as much power as the king. And so that's why when Jadwiga became ruler, Poland wanted her to have all the power. So they gave her the title of king instead of queen. And that's why she's also really fascinating as a historical figure, because she's one of the few women that gained the title of king rather than queen. And what happened was she went on the throne really young. Like I think she was like 9 or something when she was
What?
yeah, she was the the daughter of I can't remember his name, but she was the daughter of someone else who had passed away, and she was supposed to go somewhere else to be a royal, but Poland wanted her in to reign, so they gave her the title at the time of king to make sure no one else got it. And so when she, grew up and whatnot, that she grew up to become a very extraordinary woman and did a lot of good things like bringing universities, joining Poland with Lithuania, which brought a lot of prosperity. All the while, when she got older, the court wasn't too much of a fan of her over time, but despite money not really liking her, she still got a lot of shit done that was good for her people because that was her priority, the people of Poland. So there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like her. She was awesome. And that's my dislike. People always correcting me when I talk about her. I I kid you not, I'm not friends with these people anymore. But I used to be friends with people where every time I brought her up, they thought it was funny to always be to always correct me. Don't you mean queen? Like no, I mean queen. I mean,
It's like if I meant queen, I would have fucking said queen.
yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like it was driving me up the wall because it's like even after I explained it like multiple times, they just thought it was funny constantly to correct me. No, don't you mean queen? It's like no, I fucking don't. You bitch.
Wow.
They were jackasses. So
So then it's fine.
yeah, Lucas, your turn.
For, oh,
What's a
um,
dislike? What's something you dislike?
what's something I dislike?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I dislike that I'm having trouble thinking of dislikes.
Do you need us to buy you some time?
Maybe.
Red, what do you got?
Things I dislike:
Yeah.
soccer and golf.
Oh shit.
They're both pointless and they're not sports. Well, they're sports, but like they suck.
No. Is Juan here?
No, I think he left, which is why I waited
Oh.
to say it because I was trying to be nice.
Oh, well that's nice.
I can do that sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's nice to do it only sometimes.
Yeah, I have to stay true to me, you know.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm trying to think of what's I okay. You know what? I got another dislike while we wait for Lucas to come up with something. I dislike when people treat me like I'm a child. I hate it. I can't stand it.
It's just because you're young.
Yeah. But it's like even people that are around my age treat me like I'm a child and I'm just like, really, dude? We're like not even like more than 2 years apart. Like why are you doing this? Why? Why? It's more so because it makes me feel like they don't take me seriously. And I don't appreciate that at all.
Well, you are young, so like I think it's just something that people do.
Yeah. I guess that's
Unfortunately,
true. Yeah.
because you didn't live, Crystal. You didn't live as long as us old people.
This is true.
So we feel like we should just make you shut up.
it,
Don't listen to any of us. We're assholes. We used to be your age too, and we were just as loud.
I'm trying to think of a good example. Cause I've had this conversation a lot with Lucas. It's more so what's a good example? Lucas, do you have anything?
Uh, not really. No, I think I'm pretty much running out of things.
Me too.
Yeah, probably best. I mean, we did reach 11:30, so probably best to call it a wrap then.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. And on that note, thank you guys for tuning in. It was a blast to discuss our likes and dislikes and our weird interests, including us saying some things that we had to who gives a shit about having to clarify. We do not endorse. You guys already know, but nonetheless, um, it was fun, and I hope to do this sometime again with y'all. So
Yep.
Alrighty.
thank you for tuning in.